This original WSRE presentation is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Pensacola State Today. I'm your host, Drexel Gilbert, and we have a terrific program coming up for you today. Coming up, you're going to have the best seat in the house for an up-close look at the performing arts at Pensacola State College. We will explore the increasingly popular bachelor's degree program at Pensacola State. Then, financial aid. You've got questions, we've got answers. And students from across Florida converge on Pensacola for a competition that has the potential to change their lives and perhaps to improve yours. First, not all of the learning at Pensacola State takes place in a traditional classroom with desks and chairs. Some of it takes place on the stage, in the music room, and in the dance studio. And you have backstage passes for this look at Pensacola State's thriving performing arts program.
Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the troubles of the world, the world. Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I want to meet my Jesus. I'm going to live with God.
We've had culture our entire humanity, all the way from the Greeks, and it's very important for people to be human, and I think they can be human when they attend or perform either on the stage or a musical instrument or dance. Being in performing arts, you learn discipline, and with that discipline it carries over into anything really. I mean, you learn to be on time, you learn to be prepared, which is all things that you do when you do other things besides music or theater. I've been saying for years that music is something that you can do your entire life. Theater is something you can do your entire life.
Attend the Lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my liege.
Meanwhile, we shall express our darker purpose.
Which of you shall we...
Our tuition is one of the lowest in the country. And you're actually getting, for my money, a better product because we do theater right here. My philosophy and Bob's philosophy is that there is no cast and crew. There's one team that's creating the product together. Everybody's equal. Everybody works towards the same goal. Everybody supports each other, and you celebrate each other.
One of the greatest things about this program is it's more, rather than student to student or colleague to colleagues, more like a family, and everyone around here is just a family, and we all want the best in each other, and if we see that if one of us are struggling a little bit, then we're always there to actually help that person no matter what the situation is.
Definitely the big thing is I believe that we here are students and we are known as people, not as numbers. That our teachers get to know us on a much more personal level, and it's definitely just a lot more of a homey kind of feel, a much more enclosed space, and the professors really care about you as a student. So that's why I think that our school matches up against bigger schools. We become more like a family.
I believe the arts are very important. You still need to have some of the arts and culture in your lives. I know there have been studies shown that students that study the music and arts excel in some of their other areas. So we're truly encompassing all of the arts here at Pensacola State. Companies, when they relocate to an area, that is one of the things they look for, is how big is their arts community or culture in the town. So you look at Pensacola being a small town, but look at what goes on in this town. It's like there's more than one event every single weekend in all of the different arts.
Sooner we'll be done with the troubles of the world, going home to live with God. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother. I want to meet my mother.
It's a good program. I'd recommend it to anyone. It's helped me definitely realize what I love and how much I love music and how much I want to do it.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Seeing the people who love what they do and how much they love their job, it just makes me want to do what they do and really continue in music.
Why you should come to Pensacola State is it's an environment where every one of the theater majors is very, very welcoming, and we want theater majors here just as much as the teachers want you here. As well as it's just a place where you're no longer a number in the program of a way how you can benefit the program, but this is a school where like we want you here as a student, and the teachers will know you by name, and we want you to be part of the program, and we want the program to become a part of you. We want this to become like your life essentially, and it's just a program that everyone should aspire to hopefully be in, and it's just definitely a great program to be a part of.
In that lake in the morning, farewell, farewell.
It means everything to me. It has saved me, and I'm very grateful for what this program has given me. I mean, throughout the years, that hands-on and one-on-one interaction with not only with the instructors and with the students, but it gives me that chance to better myself and what I'm wanting to pursue.
If a student goes to Florida State, the first 3 or 4 years, you're not going to get many starring roles. They'll go to the graduate students or the seniors.
I should have been that I am, had the manliest star in the firmament twinkled on my
Here you can become a star in the show the first year if you're talented enough. And that's one of the things that I like about our school, is that you give opportunities to students that are talented. That's one of the great strengths of our program, is that when you get here, you can perform.
How now, Brother Edmund?
Folders up. And it's going to go fine today, right?
People have been saying that the arts are out of here for years, but they've always survived, and they always will. I mean, it's not going to go away because people need them, because people it's part of their psyche. I mean, they can't. People can't do without the arts. It's just something about the honesty and the integrity of people that perform, and the honesty and the integrity of people that listen. I think the arts will be here forever, just like it has been since the time of the Greeks. It's not going to go away.
It's endless, the possibilities for us. I see good things happening.
And the Performing Arts program at Pensacola State College is faring quite well, not only in the numbers of students who are increasingly interested in joining this program, but also in the level of talent that they bring with them. When we come back, we're talking about the bachelor's degree programs at PSC. Right now, a look at what's ahead for Pensacola State College. Pensacola State College's bachelor's degree program is growing in popularity, and here to talk with us about why and about the benefits for studying for your bachelor's degree at PSC are our guests for this segment. And they are Dan Bussey, who is the Dean of Workforce Development and Vocational Support. Welcome to the program.
Glad to be here.
And also we have with us today Sandra Hartley, who is the Coordinator of New Program Development. Development. And welcome to you as well.
I'm glad to be here.
An exciting program for Pensacola State College, a great offering for the students as well as for the community. So let's talk a little bit about the history of this program and what courses have been offered and programs of study have been offered in the past.
Well, the bachelor's programs at the state college level, the community college level, were originally designed to meet industry needs, a demand in the workforce, an unmet need that the universities had. Back in 2010, Pensacola Junior College made the transition to state college and started offering a number of programs. So that's our, if you will, our history in a nutshell. The programs are designed specifically to meet industry needs.
And up to this point, what programs of study have been offered?
We have 2 bachelor's degrees. One of them is in nursing, and the other one is in management, and that's a Bachelor of Applied Science. There's a couple concentrations in that management, and they, again, I keep coming back to the same point. They are designed to meet industry demands or workforce demands.
And along those lines, let's talk about then how the program has grown, not only in terms of how many students and more interest in it, but also in the types of programs that are either going to be offered or being considered to be offered in the future.
You want to take that?
Yes, they have grown, and we're delighted. When we first started the planning, we had this wild dream that we would start with 40 students. And I think we have over 400 enrolled this term in our bachelor's program. So our big program is our BAS with the concentrations under that. And the BAS is in administration and supervision. The BSN program is coming along nicely. And you wanted to know about new programs, is that correct?
I do, because there's some exciting news ahead for what's in the future.
Well, one program that we just got approved at the associate degree level is cyber forensics, and that's going to be a fascinating program. It kind of combines criminal justice with information security, and it's those people who detect, identify, and prosecute all of the people who hack into systems. And so it's going to be a fascinating,
absolutely,
that growing field.
Absolutely. Yes. That program was originally brought to us from local law enforcement. The sheriffs and the local chiefs indicated that they had a demand for that program. In order to meet that demand, we started to put that program together, and that program is going to be outstanding. Hopefully it will provide the law enforcement community locally here with the resources they need in order to prosecute, maintain that evidence, and reduce cyber crimes locally here.
And the cyber forensics, cybersecurity dovetails with some overall goals, not just for this college, but the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Once again, you know, we work hand in hand with the Chamber of Commerce. We have local business partners. Those business partners are really what's driving the program development. What the need that they see is where we're putting our emphasis. Cybersecurity, cyber forensics, information security, those type of programs are not only in demand, but they're also very high paying. It's a game changer for this local community if in fact we can provide those companies that are expanding the talent pool that they need to not only be profitable, but to expand.
So let's talk about the benefits of this program then for the student. Why pursue your bachelor's degree at Pensacola State College?
That one's easy, and chime in anytime. The basic reason, it's much more cost effective to do it locally here. Not only is it cost effective as far as the tuition, the fees, and so forth, we also have jobs locally that individuals can move right out of the graduation, walk across the stage, and right into positions. That's the beauty of taking the bachelor's programs locally here.
The other thing I'd just like to say is I went to school here, so I have a vested interest. They're already at home. They know our programs, they know where to go to seek financial aid, they know where to get counseling, they know our quality. So they're at home already, so why not stay?
And we talked about some of the growth earlier. How exciting is it for you, as one who went to this school, this institution, to watch this growth in this program?
It's fantastic. I love seeing all the avenues our students can pursue. The cyber forensics associate degree level is going to dovetail nicely into the into the cybersecurity bachelor's degree, which will give them additional skills and knowledge, and is going to be in great demand.
Right. So we have the opportunity for students to come into the program and actually ladder their credentials from the associate level to the bachelor's level, which are in-demand programs locally. Local companies are on our advisory boards. They're helping us develop the curriculum, providing real insight, real-world experiences for our students in the form of internships and co-ops. So we have a very strong relationship with our local business partners, and these programs fit nicely with the overall economic development charges of the community.
And that's a theme that is recurring in every show, that Pensacola State College is not just an island sitting here, that Pensacola State College is a thriving, interested member of this community.
Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely true.
Each of our programs has an advisory committee. Those committees, again, provide that real-world experience. So we're not operating in a vacuum or in an ivory tower. These are the skill sets that local businesses want and need in order for individuals to be successful and for those companies to be successful and thrive here locally.
All right, thank you, Dan Bussey and Sandra Hartley. Appreciate you so much coming out and being on Pensacola State today. And we will check back with you a few shows down the line to see how things are going.
Absolutely.
All right,
Looking
thank
forward
you.
to it.
When we come back, what you need to know about applying for financial aid at Pensacola State College. For now, here's a look at what's ahead at PSC. Tuition and other expenses are of top concern for many students and potential students at Pensacola State College. If you find the process of applying for financial aid to be intimidating or overwhelming, the good news is it doesn't have to be. In the studio now with us is Karen Kessler, and Ms. Kessler is the Director of Financial Aid at Pensacola State College, and you are here to give us advice on being comfortable with the financial aid process.
Absolutely. Here at Pensacola State College, we pride ourselves in the fact that we want money never to be an issue for students who are working towards their educational goals. We're actually in the top 1% of the most affordable schools in the United States in public schools. So our goal is to help students get all the aid that they're eligible for their attendance here. And last year, 81% of our students received some assistance. Their first step, though, is to apply to the college and do all of those kinds of activities that are required for them as entering students. The second thing is for them to file the free application for federal student aid. It's like the key that unlocks the door to almost all of the financial aid that we offer here at the college.
Okay, and there's a website that they can go to do that, correct?
Absolutely. We really encourage our students to go to our college website, because on that website they can click on financial aid, and it brings them up to a page that offers them information about the cost of attendance, the link to the free application for federal student aid. It also gives them buttons to choose from on that page that they can click on to have a guide for our specific aid that's offered here, click on another guide that has links in it to all the different other kinds of aid for a little bit more information to see what they might be eligible for. And what we really like is the frequently asked questions for financial aid, because we wrote those from questions that students asked us, because we figured if our students were asking us those questions, they needed those answers.
So these are real life questions.
Absolutely. This year, the Pell Grant will be up to $5,635, and that covers the most of the institutional expenses for fall and spring for a student, because our tuition and fees for a full-time student this past year for 12 credits each semester, if they attended, was under $4,500. That included tuition and fees and books and supplies. So we are very affordable, and we try to help the students determine their eligibility for other kinds of assistance too.
What do you think it is that students find so intimidating about the process?
I think it's the fact that they have to fill in personal information on a form that's online on a website. And we try to help them understand that it's secure. This information is only going to be processed by the federal government. This year, for the first time, students could use what was called the IRS retrieval. After they had filed their taxes and their parents had filed their taxes, when they went into the free application for federal student aid and they got down to the questions that are income questions, because this is need-based money that they're asking for, when they got to those questions, they could say, we want you to retrieve that information on our behalf from the IRS. So they didn't have to worry about getting the right numbers in the right places. But even if they get them in the wrong places, when we start going through the process, we'll help them get them in the right place.
And that leads to the next question. What are some of the common obstacles or challenges that a student might find? And then what are the solutions to those challenges?
Part of it is that we raise our children to become independent. And so they think when they graduate from high school, especially if they've got good jobs, that they're working part-time, that move into full-time, that perhaps they shouldn't need their parents' information. But the federal rules are that up until the age of 24, parents and the student themselves are considered the first people who should be providing for their college degree, the costs of it. So sometimes students don't understand that, and they'll leave off their parents' information or try to leave it off. Some of the other instances are that perhaps parents want to file their taxes a little bit later, and that means that we work the files a little bit later for a student, and that means that we may have run out of some of the funds that were given because we award them first eligible, first awarded. And we never get enough for 100% of our students.
So the lesson there is to start the process early?
Absolutely. The form becomes available online January 1st. We recommend that the family file their taxes, or if they go ahead and file, be sure to go back out there after they have filed and use the IRS retrieval tool. And the goal is in the state of Florida for a student to have that piece of the process done by May 1st.
Now, I may throw you with this question, but what are the busiest and the least busiest times in the financial aid office? Is there ever a least busy time?
Once our college decided that we would have multiple times that a student could begin their education during a semester, that lull time kind of went down. But right now is when it's getting really, really busy because students are now thinking about fall. They were just thinking about graduating from high school, and now they're thinking about fall and getting all of that in place. Or perhaps they didn't add but their dream school on their free application for federal student aid, and they haven't gotten that letter of acceptance yet and might be getting a letter of denial, and so now they're thinking about, what am I going to do if? So we see that, but it stays pretty busy all the time, but we've really streamlined our processes here.
Good.
And students shouldn't have their money in place in July.
So the lesson here, and very quickly in our last couple of seconds, is if you have waited, you haven't heard from your dream college, it's still not too late. Go ahead and start.
Never too late.
Okay.
Never too late.
All right, Karen Kessler, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up, students from across Florida swarm to Pensacola for what could be a life-changing event. What happens when students who are eager to jumpstart their careers cross paths with a program that challenges them, equips them, and sets them on the road to success? We found out what happens at the recent SkillsUSA Florida State Conference hosted by Pensacola State College.
Dr. Meadows, president of Pensacola State College, brought SkillsUSA when he became president in 2009. And as we started SkillsUSA, everyone in our college really was able to come on board and really see the value in the organization.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
SkillsUSA is such a wonderful opportunity for students to get their hands in the different competition areas and see what all of the career fields are about. Not only do they challenge themselves with the actual skill, but they challenge themselves with the soft skills that go along with it. They're able to communicate with all of the judges about their field, and that helps them to be a well-rounded individual and to do well when they're in the real world. The average age for skilled workers is around 55 years old. So within the next 10 years, we have to fill those jobs. We need someone that's able to come in and work on our air conditioner, to help us with our electrical. We need someone to build our homes. We need to go to the cosmetologist to have our nails done and to have someone to work on our hair. Without this training, without these workforce readiness programs, we wouldn't be able to do it. And these aren't small paying jobs either. These individuals do very well once they complete a 2-year program, and they will always find a job within the skilled workforce areas. Over a couple of days, we'll bring in close to 10,000 people. We're bringing about a $3 million economic impact to our area.
On go, fade up on 2 and cue talents.
Just like we do it in the real world. The Florida SkillsUSA Conference and Worlds of Possibilities Career Expo will once again be hosted by Pensacola State College and held in Pensacola in 2014. That does it for this edition of Pensacola State Today. I'm your host, Drexel Gilbert. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.